The hum of my rig's engine is the only thing keeping me sane out here. My name's Jack Tully, and I've been a long-haul trucker for 17 years, crisscrossing the black veins of America's highways. It's just past 2 a.m., and I'm on a lonely stretch of Route 50 in Nevada, America's so-called loneliest road. The desert air is cold, sharp enough to sting my knuckles when I crack the window. Stars burn bright above. But down here it's just me, my rig, and 800 miles of nothing. My CB radio crackles, spitting static, no voices tonight. I'm bone-tired, stomach growling when I spot a faint neon glow up ahead. A diner, flickering like a mirage. The sign reads Marge's Place, though the M is half burned out, buzzing like a dying fly. I pull into the gravel lot, my headlights sweeping over a rusted payphone and a couple of beat-up sedans. Something feels off, like the air's too still, but hunger wins. I grab my jacket and head inside. Why's the diner so quiet, even with cars in the lot? The bell above the door jangles as I step in. The diner smells of burnt coffee and grease, the kind of place that hasn't been cleaned since Reagan was president. Red vinyl booths line the walls, cracked and peeling. An elderly waitress, Marge, I presume, shuffles over, her red-permed hair glowing under the fluorescent lights. Her glasses are thick as Coke bottles, magnifying her eyes into pale, watery pools. "Sit anywhere, hun," she rasps, voice like sandpaper. I pick a booth near the door. A young couple, early 20s maybe, laugh softly in a corner booth, their voices muffled. Across the room, a guy in a hooded jacket sits alone, hunched over a mug, face hidden. The lights flicker, just for a second, and my skin prickles. Marge slides a menu over, her hands trembling slightly. "Specials meatloaf," she says, not looking at me. I order a burger and coffee, trying to shake the unease creeping up my spine. Why does Marge keep glancing at the hooded man? My burger arrives, overcooked and greasy, but I'm too hungry to care. The lights flicker again, longer this time, plunging the diner into a split second of darkness. The couple's laughter stops cold. I hear a low murmur from the hooded man's table, like he's whispering to someone, but he's alone. I sip my coffee, bitter as tar, and notice a small, cracked mirror on the wall across from me. My reflection looks wrong. My eyes seem too wide, my face too pale, like I haven't slept in weeks. I blink and it's normal again. Just tired, I tell myself. The door swings open and two men in crisp black suits step in, their polished shoes clicking on the linoleum. They head straight for the hooded man, nodding like they know him. The air feels heavier now, like a storm's brewing inside these walls. I take another bite, but the meat tastes off, metallic. What are those men talking about, and why won't they look at me? The lights cut out completely. No flicker this time, just black. The diner goes silent, except for the faint hum of the neon sign outside. I freeze, my fork halfway to my mouth. Then a scream tears through the dark. Marge, her voice raw and panicked. I can't see, she wails from the kitchen. My heart slams against my ribs. I fumble for my phone. The screen's glow cutting through the darkness. The couple's booth is empty now, their plates untouched. The suited men and the hooded guy are gone too. Footsteps stumble closer. Marge bursts through the kitchen door, blood streaming from under her glasses, staining her cheeks like tears. "Help me," she sobs, clawing at her face. I stagger to my feet, chair scraping the floor. The lights snap back on, and Marge is gone. The diner's empty. My reflection in the mirror grins at me, but I'm not smiling. Where did everyone go? And why is my reflection still smiling? I'm alone now, or so I think. My breath catches in my throat, sharp and cold. The diner feels smaller, the walls pressing in. I hear a wet, choking sound from the corner booth, the couple's booth. The young woman is there again, sprawled across the table, her body convulsing, foam bubbling at her lips. Her boyfriend's gone. Her eyes roll back, whites gleaming, and she gasps. "He's here." I stumble toward her, yelling for help, but my voice sounds hollow. like I'm shouting underwater. The mirror catches my eye again. There's something behind my reflection now. A shape, tall and pale, with no eyebrows and a mouthful of jagged yellow teeth. I spin around, but nothing's there. The woman's convulsions stop. She's still, her eyes locked on me, unblinking. The diner smells like smoke now, acrid and thick. I need to get out. Who's he, and why does the air taste like fire? I bolt for the door, my boots pounding the linoleum. The bell jangles as I shove it open, the cold desert air hitting me like a slap. My truck's right where I left it, a hulking shadow in the gravel lot. I sprint across, my breath fogging in the night. The diner's neon sign buzzes louder now, spitting sparks. I glance back, and that's when I see him. The pale man from the mirror, standing in the diner's doorway. His skin is waxy, almost translucent, and his teeth gleam like broken glass. He doesn't move, just watches me, his head tilted at an unnatural angle. I fumble with my keys, my hands shaking so bad I drop them in the dirt. Behind me, the diner's windows glow orange, like something's burning inside. I don't look back again. I climb into my cab, slam the door, and dial 911. No signal. Of course, why is he just standing there, and what's burning inside the diner? Chapter 7. The Explosion. The engine roars to life, and I peel out of the lot, gravel spitting under my tires. In my side mirror, the diner erupts into flames, a fireball lighting up the desert like a second sun. The heat hits me through the open window, carrying the stench of charred wood and something worse, something alive. I floor it, the speedometer climbing, Route 50 stretching into the dark. My CB radio crackles again, but this time it's not static. It's a voice. My voice from years ago screaming, get out now." My blood runs cold. 10 years ago, I was in a crash on this same route. My brother was in the passenger seat. He didn't make it. I haven't heard my own voice sound like that since. I glance in the rearview mirror, expecting to see the fire. Instead, the pale man's there, standing in the middle of the road, his yellow teeth glinting in my taillights. How is he following me, and why is my own voice on the radio? Chapter 8. The rearview, I'm driving blind now, panic clawing at my chest. The radio won't stop. My voice, looping, screaming about the crash. "You left me, Jack," it says, but it's not me. It's him, my brother, Tommy. My hands shake on the wheel. I haven't thought about Tommy in years, not since I buried the guilt under miles of asphalt. The pale man's face flashes in the rear view again, closer now, his mouth stretched impossibly wide. I swerve, nearly clipping a mile marker. The mirror on the passenger side shows nothing but darkness, but I feel him, like a weight pressing on my lungs. The diner's gone, miles behind me, but the smell of smoke lingers, clinging to my clothes. I pass a rusted sign for a Marge's place, but it's wrong. It's the same sign I saw an hour ago. I'm looping back. Am I driving in circles, or is the road pulling me back? Chapter 9. The Truth in the Static. I slam on the brakes, the rig screeching to a stop. The radio's still going, Tommy's voice now soft and accusing. "You should have stayed with me, Jack." My throat tightens. The crash wasn't my fault. Black ice, a blown tyre, but I've carried the weight of it every day. I shut off the radio, but the static hums in my head. The pale man's face appears in the windshield now, his eyes black pits, his teeth snapping silently. I scream, fumbling for the door, but it's locked. The air inside the cab is suffocating, thick with the smell of ash and blood. I look down and my hands are covered in soot, like I've been clawing through ashes. The mirror on the dash shows Tommy's face now, burned and broken, staring back at me. "You can't leave," he whispers. Is this real, or am I losing my mind? Chapter 10. The Final Mile. The door finally gives, and I stumble out into the desert, the cold biting my skin. The rig's headlights cut through the dark, illuminating the pale man standing 10 feet away. He doesn't move, just watches, his teeth glinting like a predator's. Behind him, the diner's there again, whole and unburned, its neon sign buzzing. I blink and it's gone, replaced by the smouldering wreckage I saw before. My legs give out and I collapse into the dirt, my brother's voice echoing in my head. You left me to burn, Jack. I didn't. I tried to pull him out, didn't I? The pale man steps closer, his footsteps silent, his face splitting into a grin that's too wide for a human mouth. I scramble back, my hand brushing something in the dirt, a cracked, pocket-sized mirror, the same one from the diner. My reflection shows Tommy's face, not mine. I throw it, and it shatters against a rock. The pale man vanishes. I crawl back to my rig, start the engine and drive. The road stretches on, endless, but I don't stop. Not until dawn breaks and the CB radio crackles one last time. See you on Route 50, Jack, it whispers in my own voice. Was it ever really a diner or something waiting for me all along? Epilogue. I quit trucking that week, sold my rig, moved to a nowhere town in Oregon, far from Nevada. But last night I found a small, cracked mirror on my porch. No note, no explanation. I buried it in the backyard, but I can still hear the static in my dreams, calling me back to Route 50. If this story gave you chills, hit like, subscribe, and turn on notifications. You never know what's coming next.